Welcome back. Now in sports, the Islander Rugby Club is now in full preparation for the upcoming Super Sevens tournament set to take place in Singatoka, Fiji in early December.
Preparation so far I'm on track. We will build on low fitness level at the moment, so a few weeks and then we start to go into the tactical side of the game and start to go into specific skills for rugby. So at the moment, me and Coach Andrew will work on the fitness level with boys here. So I'll step up with him and then we slowly go into sports-specific training. They've been participated in some of the Fiji competition last time, or the Patlo Raka Sevens last time, Marist Sevens. So the competition, Islanders team have known you to Rugby Sevens competition of Fiji. But this time around, we will get some new boys or try to expose them in the level of competition of Fiji. We are understanding well that competition of Fiji is very high in terms of Rugby Sevens. So we will just need to prepare and go Patlo that Sevens.
This exciting Fijian Sevens Rugby Club will bring together some of the top rugby clubs from across the Pacific region, all competing for top honours. Now, the tournament also serves as the official qualifier for the 2026 McDonald's Fiji Coral Coast Sevens, which is scheduled for January next year.
Mifala taken on 12 players with Mifala and then 3 officials, and Mifala got him 3 players who wait on another side of Fiji for also join him to team. So boys on another side or been part of Team Islanders or sometimes, but auto base come on that side. So Mifala excited to go out there and also play with the motor at that level of competition. So the Super Sevens competition of Fiji, him for qualify for Coral Coast Sevens here. So we all saw that every team of Fiji are really excited and wait for that qualifying tournaments for Coral Sevens for January, number 15 to 17. So Mifala too, Mifala also prepare for go participate. Aim now is for Mifala qualify no for Coral Coast Sevens for January next year. Mifala Club Islanders. I think it's good to expose some of our boys to that level of competition. Fiji, you're not going to play around with them Rugby Sevens there. We know very well the competition level of Fiji. Rugby Sevens top level competition. So this one, Mifala not take them easy. Mifala have to push some our boys for prepare, and then Mifala go participate now that seven. So the idea is to get some of our boys to expose to that level of competition, come back here and then enjoy to Rugby Sevens competition local level.
Adding to the excitement, Usotasi will also take part in this year's season, proudly representing Solomon Islands on the international stage. Solomon Islands women's football has moved up the ranks, now on the 73rd spot on the FIFA Coca-Cola ranking, which puts them now on the 3rd place in the Oceania region. The senior national women's side now has their eyes on the 2025 Prime Minister's Cup in Papua New Guinea. Women's football in the country has come a long way, and this week I caught up with the team in training under the newly appointed head coach. Solomon Islands national women's football team has become an exciting team to watch in the region. These were the words from newly appointed women's senior national team coach, Dan Barrett.
All right, good ladies. Prior coming to Solomon Islands, I study the region very closely, and the team that I like watching the most in the region is Solomon Islands, and I think it's because the way they play their football is the way I like to watch football and the way I like to play football as well. So when the opportunity came to work in Solomon Islands, I was very excited to do that, and training has been outstanding. The girls are very open to all the methods and things that we're trying to introduce to the team, not changing too much too soon, because the girls have already done well at OFC. Slowly but slowly we'll add it, but it's been very exciting and very good.
The Solomon Islands women's national team has come a long way. Women's football was introduced in 1999 and the team played its very first official international match in 2007 with a defeat to Papua New Guinea 6-1. Early tournament successes includes finishing fourth in the OFC Women's Nations Cup in 2007 and 2010. Coming in third place in 2022, where the biggest achievement finally came in July 2025 when they won the OFC Women's Nations Cup, defeating Papua New Guinea 3-2 in extra time.
Solomon Islands celebration for the Solomon Islands.
Yes, I think the key factor where him really pushing the women's football region, low country, is, giving more support to women and time support him come for women. You may look in competition, increase the competition, and this for the Sunrise Women's Premier League, and very helpful to us. Where him bar say Sunrise him doing a bigger impact to women's football lo country for sponsoring women's football, and that impact and you may look in the result. Yeah, the him come out and sponsor him, and he make him the competition more competitive inside lo this for 10 clubs. So that one and him very helpful, and him na key factor blow where him make him the change in women's football country.
The surge and growth for women's football in Solomon Islands began in 2020 with the establishment of the National Women's Football League, where players continue to compete and more women and girls played for various clubs, potential women footballers who continue to train and commit to the sport.
I think the clubs, the 10 clubs that are really doing a big impact to women's football country. Without those clubs, the management, those who are sponsoring other clubs here, what are really helpful, what are really make them competition and more competitive.
Settle, yellow, settle, good.
I think the inclusion of the local women's competition in Solomon Islands has played a big part in the development of this team, so that I hope that we can continue to grow the game. The Melanesian Cup, the Prime Minister's Cup, is very, very important preparation for World Cup qualifiers. For me, it's the first opportunity for me to see these girls play live, which is very, very important. Good opportunity to see us, or for me to see the teams that we're going to be playing against in World Cup qualifiers playing live as well. But one of the main purposes of the competition for me is to give some of the younger players an opportunity to play and try and make the competition for spots when it comes to World Cup qualifiers even harder and make the squad depth even bigger.
Women's football continues to develop with the under 14, 15 and 16 growth centred and a high potential journey ahead. A very exciting team to watch in the Oceania region. Lisa Osifelo, Tavuli News. And we wish our national women's football team all the best in their preparations for the upcoming Prime Minister's Cup, which will be hosted in Papua New Guinea next month in November. And that concludes our Tavuli News Bulletin for today. If you have a scoop or a story you would like to share, please do send us an email. That's newsdesk@tavulinews.com.sb. I'm Lisa Osifelo. Thanks for watching.